Hey guys, hello. I just want to say welcome. So we are officially kicking off spring 2017, done free programs for health coaches, nutritionists, registered dietitians, fitness coaches. You can't hear? All right. Can anyone tell me if they can't hear? All right, can my girl Julie tell me if you can't hear? Tell me. Okay, all right. Woo! All right, so we are officially kicking off. And I say this because I have sold programs, chiropractors, acupuncturists, spirit coaches, life coaches, nurses. I mean, it is epic because that means to me that the world is changing because there are so many of us coming together because we know that there needs a change. And it's not that done for you programs change your life. It's that we as business owners don't have the time to create content. And there are 4 components that create epic businesses. I have them written down. Number 1, it's our core values. My good friend Calvin actually had talked about this. It's our core values, what we believe in, what we stand for, our why. It's what we express online and offline. Number 2, the content. This is where I come in, and you as well. So maybe you've mastered Canva, PicMonkey, all that. But think about how many hours in a day do you have? There are 86,400 seconds in a day. And if we're doing self-care and if we're taking care of our business and going to the gym and walking our walk and talking our talk, how much time do we have? Consistency. So this is the other part. If we don't have that consistency with our social media, and again, let me just back up for a second because a lot of people think that I just talk about an online business. I did not build my business online. I built it offline with my one-on-one coaching. But, and this is the big BUT, but I had consistency on social media. I had consistency blogging. I had consistency doing videos, even when nobody was doing videos, because I knew that people had to find me because I refused to pay for search engine optimization, SEO. I didn't have the money. And a lot of you guys, yes, I'll get to questions after, I promise. Promise. A lot of you guys are solo entrepreneurs like myself. I did not have a virtual assistant until year 3. So don't think I'm talking from not going through this, building a business for 7 years as a health coach. I know what it takes. And the 4th C is connection. So we need to have that connection, but how can we have that connection if we haven't built that consistency on social media or that connection doing events online or offline with PowerPoint and materials and handouts? And so what we're going to talk about tonight is signature packages, building our list, all of that stuff. And in the beginning of my career, that was a lot of time and time that took me away from networking. It didn't happen much anyway because I had little ones. But the time that I did have, I needed to go out locally and meet people. I needed to walk locally into places to meet people that were local owners. And so if you're not doing that, and if you don't have the materials in your back pocket, and this is the other part, in this system, how are you making the conversions? Strategy sessions. How are you bringing people to a work with me page? Is it just saying 2 15-minute sessions? It's not really working anymore in a world where there's so much noise. Agree? In a world where there's so many people that have programs. So we really need to do things different. So I'm really glad and excited to see so many coaches on here tonight. And I know a lot of people have already emailed me and said, I live in another country, or I'm not going to be able to make it. So that is why this replay will be available for you. There's not this like fear tactic of this is only available. It will be available for you to go back. So give me a second while I hit. And thank you for everyone saying hello, hello, hello. I just want to say I see all people that I love and adore, and I see a few names I don't even know. So really hella excited. Thanks for all the sweet things. I'm excited for you guys to be here too. We are going to rock this. I'm going to rock this. I'm going to rock it out. And yes, like I said, pop in your questions. So when we do go live, which will be probably in about 20 minutes on our sales page, if any of you who've been to this show before and you feel like you want to leave, it's all good. I will, you know, I get it. You want to be with your family, but I will be answering all questions. And if you didn't see this, I am doing 3 webinars. So let me just preface this before we hit going any further. A lot of you were in the situation or are in the situation, either as a new coach, or you want to rebrand, or you just feel confused. Feeling confused, don't think you're doing anything wrong. We see so much of this busyness. I even sometimes get an email and I think, am I doing something wrong? They just said, make 10 grand in a week, or a 5-figure launch, or make 5,000 in a day. And I'm like, eek. Don't think you're doing anything wrong if nobody's signing up for your webinar, or maybe nobody's signing up for an opt-in freebie. How I coach, and it took me so many years to realize this, is the niche, the sub-niche, and the messages are everything. You may see a lot of evergreen webinars or challenges or do this or do that. There is not this right or wrong methodology. What I love about Gary Vaynerchuk, and then I'll get right down to it, is he talks and says, if I would just hold on to this old method of social media, I wouldn't be doing anyone a service. And I wouldn't be really talking about the changing times. And he talks about watching trends. People have always asked me, what business school did you go to? I went to B school 6 3/4 into my business because I wanted to see what it's about. But what I did is that I've always watched trends. So the reason I'm doing 3 webinars at different times starting tomorrow is that I want you to know what program is right for you. A lot of you might have questions because we have a host of different programs that can fit different niches. And many of you also may be saying, well, you know what, I want to rebrand, or I don't have a signature offering, or I want a tripwire, or I want to really build out my funnel from opt-in freebies to a tripwire to a low-cost program. And so you need to understand the different psychological needs of buyers, of human psychology, and why people buy. So that's why I will be hosting these 3 webinars. So if you're sitting here tonight and you're going, I don't know what to do, or this feels overwhelming, or this is like too much to take in, I don't care if we're sitting on these webinars for 4 hours. I'm going to be doing hot seats. I will be there to answer everything for you. If you feel that you need to get in touch with me, have a strategy session, the time I'm dedicating totally the next 72 hours to you guys. And anybody who knows me knows that that is just how I roll, because in the beginning of building my business, I just felt like that was what I needed, and it did not exist. So I don't want you to feel like you are left out in the dark and that everyone else is doing it right, because that's not, don't let the Facebook fake That's what I call it. Hashtag Facebook fake. Don't let that kill your dreams, meaning that somebody has it looking like it's all figured out. Nobody does per se. It's that we try and we work with people to get it really clear and the message clear. So somebody goes, oh, wow, identify with their story. And your story is attached to your niche, your sub niche. So my job is to teach you what worked for me. And that is what worked for me. So now let's get this game started. All right. So let me just flip this screen. Okay, give me a second while I get this. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Okay. All right, here we are. Spring Done For You programs, live kickoff call. Okay, clarity. So yes, you're in my office. That is my office. I didn't do one of those rent a house. This is my actual office. I am a health coach, very proud. I'm a detox specialist. So I graduated from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. After I graduated, and I did attend that school because I'd actually made the phone call to go and ask about that school when I was in commercial real estate because I had my own health issues. I don't need to get into the long story. If you're interested about it, I'll keep it really short. Ulcerative colitis, ulcer at 14. I've had an autoimmune, a liver condition since I was about 20. It worsened as I got older. I was told I wasn't going to be able to have kids. It got better, and then like baby number 1 came and kind of got a little, baby number 2 came, and then it got really, some stress came, big time stress when we lost really all our savings except our home in the crash of the stock market. Ironically, that happened 4 months before I graduated. Pivotal time. I had to decide, do I go back to commercial real estate or do I pursue my dream? And I had no idea how to build a business in the way that we needed to in this current market. And this is 7 years ago, so a lot has changed. But back then, you didn't need a website. You, especially in commercial real estate or real estate, you were your walking business card. I tell you that because I didn't come to the table with a crap load of money in my back pocket. I didn't come to the table being able to source some of my husband's money. I came to the table knowing I needed to put food onto the table for my kids and for my family. And that still today is my why. And it still today is the story. Nothing's changed. Year 1, I made $13,000. Year 2, $27,000. And year 3, I created a signature system. And this is what we're going to talk about tonight, because that signature system was really what I had been doing all along. I had just been, not understanding that it was pivotal to have that on my site. And I tell you on my site because I wasn't looking to have online programs. I wanted to work one-on-one, but I was scrambling. I was trying to put all these handouts together, and it was taking a lot of energy from me. I went to 4 different detox schools because I knew that the exterior world was causing a lot of health issues. And I wanted to dig deeper into my own. And yes, essential oils, I feel like in this world of stress, for me being this A-type driven person, I need to have tools for removing emotional and physical blockages. So who am I? My why, my life, my story. These are my kiddos. Anyone who knows me knows my husband does not like Facebook. And the only thing he's ever asked of me, and he is my biggest supporter, is please do not put me on Facebook. So everyone knows I call him hubby. But my family and their health and changing this world for them is a huge reason of not only why I do what I do, but why I became a health coach and and why I continue to pursue the work that I do. And also for you guys, because I feel like in this world, especially in this world right now, where there's so much turmoil, there's so much change that needs to happen, we as people, especially in this profession, all need to really come together. So why are we here tonight, today? We're going to learn about creating signature packages, build and upsell to your list, convert strategy sessions to VIP clients. And I'm going to teach you and talk to you briefly about how I did that. So why do we create signature packages? We have to clarify what your package includes and the benefits. And I talked to you about the moment that I put this detox, the one I actually sell. And why was this so important? So I didn't just create a detox. I opened up Kimberly Schneider's book. I was trying to do all these cleanses. I was like, I'm intolerant to cashews. I'm intolerant to all these different foods. So I needed to create a cleanse based on the elimination diet. I was so inspired by the work of Liz Lipsky, so inspired by the work of Linda Page, John Juilliard, Paul Pitchford, people who, Anne Louise Gittleman, my good friend, people who talked about eating with the seasons. Why would we be given certain bounty? Well, we go into the spring right now, cleansing in Chinese medicine, the liver and the gallbladder. So we are given the bounty. Why wouldn't we honor that? So I wanted to create a program for my clients and for myself that was based on empowering, giving back the power to that person. Who am I to tell you to eat raw or vegan or paleo or primal or this? Maybe I have a belief of what works for me, but I only found that out by seeing and figuring out over the years. So I wanted to create a program. The moment that I put that on my site, I got a call from Boca Raton magazine. I got a call from all these different magazines. Can we interview you? Clients were coming out of the woodwork to call. Actually, at that same time was when Hippocrates called and said, hey, do you teach business? I didn't even hear that it was Hippocrates. I said, oh yeah, I can do that. Who's calling? They said Hippocrates. I was like, so at that time it created authority. It also helped to brand me. It also helped to define my niche. What was I about? So you want to think about also the length of time of your signature package. And the reason that you're having the signature package, the signature program, is this to bring people into your work with me? Is it to give people, and again, you can have a signature system. So that signature system could be that somebody starts a cleanse with you, moves into a weight loss program, or maybe it's a cleanse leading to sugar. And I'll talk about that a little later. So you want to think also what worked for you. For me, it was cleansing, had to work on my gut, had to kind of go back to cleansing, had to see if going grain-free was, right for me. So all the programs you see, I had to test out, was raw right for me? Was it a combination? Every program you see was also what I had to go through in my life. And that's why when a client called me, and this is what we're going to talk about in conversion, I would say to them, you don't get it. When you work with me, I give you back the power. See, that's why I converted always. Because I wouldn't say, I'm not here, and especially as a health coach, we're not permitted to say this. I'm not here to tell you how much protein. I'm not here to tell you how much fat. I'm not here to tell you how many carbs. I'm here to teach you how you can know how to fuel your body. So every program that I had was the toolbox for me understanding and empowering my clients to do for them what I wish somebody would have done for myself. I coached in a specific way. So think about the top 5 reasons your niche needs this program. This is the hint. Your niche is you and your sub-niche. It's part of your story. Not right now necessarily, and maybe it is. Maybe you're a stressed out mom, and you came from corporate or you're working corporate, but the sub-niche of that is I work with stressed out moms working corporate, you know, who have hormonal imbalances. It's a sub-niche. Clarify who doesn't need this program. People who are what? Your signature program defines a system. So again, it could be a system, it could be a certain program, but you have to think, how did this help you and why? And price your program by the value, not just the price or the bonuses and leverage. And remember, this is going to help you define your brand. So when I think of the signature system, you know, and I tested it out. See, really great entrepreneurs, and this is where I want you to go, oh, Mama, I'm in the wellness space, but now I'm going to put on the entrepreneurial hat. This can be tough for people who are empaths and for people who feel and for people who work in the health and wellness field. I need you to step into a different place because entrepreneurs beta test. Entrepreneurs are not scared to test out. I did not work in the weight loss field, but all these people were coming to me for weight loss. So I was like, wow, this is a niche I never anticipated. So think of a system that you use daily in your life that got you better, but also don't be scared to do what I did. This was, instead of just running a detox and a weight loss program that I ran. Was there a system that helped you or a system that has helped your clients that you can take them through? So yes, 30 days, maybe even 14. So the 14, like you see, the grain-free lifestyle program that we have, the raw program, easy weight loss cleanse, those would be your low cost. Some take it into a signature system. Some take it into the signature program. Or some repeat that. People always say, can I turn this into a 30? I'm like, of course. And I will show an example of that. So for me, again, cleanse. Then I would take somebody and see, do they need to be grain-free? No, do they need weight loss? Like what do they need based on what they're telling me? And based on, you know, me listening to them and working with them. You know, a coach just helps you see what is already in front of you. So was it getting off sugar, cleansing, weight loss, gut health, going raw? For me, it was the gut. Example of a signature system. So I combined the detox and the grain-free for a 30-day program. I called it Sisterhood Wellness Retreat. And it was also about what was going on with me at that time. I was like significantly suffering from balancing work and being a mommy to young kids, and just felt the effects of just massive overwhelm. And so I had to be grain-free at that time. I had to cleanse, and I wanted to show people about primal eating and balancing and putting themselves first. And so I combined that, and I also took parts of an essential oil program because I wanted to teach people about essential oils. So that was the signature system. Do you see that? It doesn't have to be this one thing. We can step outside the box and go, oh, wow, me and my whiteboard or me and a pad of paper can get down and get busy. Or we can mastermind. What is that signature system? What really got me to this point? Build and upsell. Okay, so do we understand the crafting of the signature? Let me just say about the Q&As. Sylvia saying hello from Denver. How many programs? Janice is asking a great question, and I just want to touch on this before we go any further because it's a phenomenal question. She said, how many programs should you have on your site? So when I think about signature programs, I go often to people's sites and it's overwhelming, where they have so many different programs, and they might even be my own client, and they hire me, I come to their site and I'm like, what is the difference between this? Where they'll say like health coaching, and it's like health coaching, you know, there would be some other like fancy word, but there's really no significant difference. When you have a system or you're having programs, I like to see a simple jumpstart, what I call the low-cost non-committal program. Because the psychology of humans is this. Somebody might come and say, let's call her Jane. Jane comes and Jane goes, oh, I have followed you, which this is why visibility and exposure is essential. Jane says, I have followed this person, which is why you see my list builders, guys. I have followed this person and I have downloaded every one of their opt-in freebies. And why the consistency part. Remember the 4 C's: core values, content, consistency, and connection. I followed this person. I identify with their posts. I identified with this event she did offline or he did. But they want to test you out. They're not ready for one-on-one, and they may not be ready for your higher signature program. So they need a lower non-committal one. So maybe that's a cleanse, or maybe that's easy weight loss, or maybe that's a program that you feel is smaller in amount of time, such as a 14-day. They're not ready to make the jump start to the 3-month mindset makeover in a one-on-one. They're not ready to move to your 6-month program. They're not ready to move to a 6-week or an 8-week. They need the smaller amount. So I like to see a non-committal and then a larger program. If that is part of your system, but it's very clear, those are the programs. Then you have your work with me. I like to see a single session. I'm going to tell you why. And I say every one of my one-on-one clients, know what your hourly is, because that will help you evaluate your VIP. That will also help you to know, for those non-committal people, when you do a single and it's based on a cleanse or a 7-day program, you're giving them that program. That's not tons of work. That's, hey, so when you come and you get a single session for $197, you get access to my non-committal program. That non-committal program is also either as a do-it-yourself, like the cleanse or a grain-free or the easy weight loss on your site, or maybe you're running that twice a year or 3 times or 4, like a lot of our, detoxers, our health coaches who sell the detox. And that's leading them into their funnel, into people who work with them, into maybe their next level program. Maybe it's leading them into their 3-month mastermind. Or maybe it's leading them into a live retreat. So I like to see not many programs, unless you are running a program and you have it hidden on your site. Because if somebody comes to a site and it's too busy, what are they going to do? They're going to leave. It's too much. So now let's talk about build and upsell. How did I build my list when I didn't do summits? Because in the beginning, who's going to ask you to do a summit? Nobody knows you. I took a few, just a few of the ones that I could find. And if you would go into my old MailChimp, it was mind-boggling how many I had. I had smoothie challenges that I remember that I had built a list by 435. Now, given, was this different back then? Yes. But it doesn't mean that you can't strategically build your list. But if no one is signing up for your list, you have not nailed your niche, you haven't marketed properly with the right message, you have not infused it into blogs, which is why the majority of our programs come with blogs. You haven't used them strategically with the right either follow-up, or the right funnel, or you haven't put them in the right places on your website, where people aren't attracted to them. You know why? Because you haven't told the story yet. Somebody just says, oh, this person wants my email so they can sell to me. We need to focus more on our potential customer, not look at them as a sales sign, because that's not what it's about. It's about when we really care. And this is interesting because for the first 4 years of my business, I didn't even count money. I didn't even know how much I made until the end. I felt like it was like a bad karmic thing to do. I was so concerned about helping people that were suffering in the same way health-wise that I was, that I just wanted to help people. And I built my list, oil pulling. This was a smoothie challenge. This was a holiday survival guide. A lot of these actually are ones that you guys even had. And this is the interesting thing. I didn't worry so much on revamping. I didn't have a virtual assistant. Remember, I would just take the cover, add my name. This is clearly me and PicMonkey, even on Word. And I would do it myself. I did this one myself. I did this myself. I did this myself. I did this myself. I was more worried on getting it out. And I built a very healthy list. So when you are building your list, the reason that so many of our programs come with very healthy opt-in freebie packages is we want you to nurture, because the days of just thank you and selling doesn't work anymore. So we want you to have what we call the AR, the autoresponder. Thank you for downloading this. Then the follow-up. And then we want you to get used to, you're not selling on that first one. Maybe the second where you follow up, hey, you want to, thank you so much. How did you like this? It's all written by my great copywriter. She's amazing. I love her. We want you to then build a relationship. This is the nurturing part. This is why Facebook groups, or if you're nurturing people, or even if you meet someone at an event, it's the follow-up. This is where we fall short in today's busy world. So it's the follow-up. And we used to see a lot of 5 email sequences. So ebook, or even, download or checklist, or video series. Email 1, thank you. Email 2, email 3, sometimes even email 4, but make sure you're giving them great goodies in each one. Because the days of just 5 emails of like, hey, checking in, it doesn't work. You want to give them great. Then you sell to them. Then you bring them to a free group with great goodies to download, or recipes galore that are different from what you're just posting on your blog. So how do you then upsell? So you're nourishing, you're giving great, they're falling in love with you because you're caring. And then you're upselling them to a program. Maybe they're getting a strategy session. Make it a long one, especially if you want to upsell to a higher end program, or maybe a VIP package. Maybe it's 2 strategy sessions. So, and if they're in a program already and you're building your list, or maybe you've done a summit, or maybe you're hosting a challenge, have people do a strategy session. The upsell is about you really caring. The upsell is about you engaging. Listen to Gary Vaynerchuk for 45 minutes yesterday, and he said something like, I don't care about fancy, I want to get my hands dirty. Now, yes, when you up level, you're going to have less time, but I will tell you, don't ever lose sight of the fact that if you don't engage you're going to lose touch with your community. And your community could even be 15 or 20 or 30 people that have fallen in love with how you care about them. Okay, great news. Just want to let everyone know. If you've been waiting, we are live. You can go to www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com. I know, exciting, brand new website. And feel free, hit up the sneak peek pages. Yes, and you will get a taste of every different program, and also look at the testimonials. List building strategy, killer opt-in. Again, that could be video, audio. Games have changed, so it doesn't just have to be this one specific thing. Thank you email. Do not sell. follow up 3 days later or 2 days. Then a follow up 2 days later. Lead them to a strategy session or program. Convert those strategy sessions to VIP clients. Let's all say, we want this. Give it to me. You know you need your system. So I'm going to tell you the conversion if somebody calls me. What really converts a person? You don't just say, oh, so I can't. This does not sell me. This actually makes me run. When somebody says, on a scale from 1 to 10, what would it look like if you had? I'm like, whew, they are reading off a template. Just listen to a person. Feel what they are saying. What would you as a coach want somebody to say to you? You want them to listen to you. You want them to feel you. Convey the benefits of working with you. But the conversion happens because of this. Somebody calls me. I would say, well, listen, I hear everything that's happening. I went through that. Because people are going to be attracted to you. Why? Because you've gone through what they've gone through. Most often. Most of the personal messages I get on Facebook. And I don't sell on my personal page on Facebook. Thanks to Sandy Kronowski. Thank you, Sandy. So a few years ago, I got that memo. I share my life. And people personal message me and say, wow, you know, I didn't know you went through that. Or in a YouTube video. That was how people found me. And I say, you know, so this is what we can do together. Working with your niche, that signature program. And the reason that the Done For You programs work, it's not even about an online, guys. It's about the fact that when you're setting up strategy sessions or you're at an event and somebody's, you know, at the end of the event is the most precious time. Somebody comes up to you and says, so this is what's been going on with me, or this is what's going on with me, my husband, or what's going on with my child. That is what happens in coaching. It's not all the scripted stuff. The scripted, throw that out. I hate to say it. Throw out the scripted stuff. The reason successful coaches are successful is because we just go for it. I was scared the first time, and nobody talks about this. The only thing they talk about is, here, steal this system. I was scared. I was fumbling through handouts, and that didn't work. So what works is when I got that system, and that is when I broke 6 figures. Not with the health coaching. I mean, not with the business coaching, with the health coaching. I always say this because all of a sudden, I'll never forget, I put that Done For You program, the one that you guys buy, as a do-it-yourself. I couldn't even figure out PayPal. It's crazy. I sold it on Eventbrite. But I remember seeing it there with my hubby. And I sold it for $97 as a do-it-yourself. And all of a sudden, one came through. It was like a person in like Japan I didn't even know. And I was like, oh my God. I tested out every different price, 127, 97, 57, 37. I was never scared to test out prices. And the game changed for me. I realized, wow, passive income. Converting people to VIP clients is about selling a system that worked for you. And that also works. So example, sugar repair, gut health, or cleanse to sugar, or detox to gut, or mindset, or having a whole system that you take people through 9 months. Like my first coach, Nisha. It's a whole 9-month program. You ended with a retreat. Or other coaches who have 3 live retreats. Or other coaches who have group programs. It doesn't have to be called memberships. It can just be group coaching. It's kind of like a membership. But you're supplying great information so people don't want to leave. People are community-less. That's why Facebook is viral. You may not want to be an online coach, but people love community. You can do it off Facebook. But in month 1, month 2, month 3, all of a sudden that's your work with me page. And then at the bottom, imagine having the 3-month mindset program and saying, when you sign up with me, you get access. when we do our 6-hour VIP day, you get access to my kitchen clean out, the detox, and then you get access to working with me for 3 months and we do this program. Or maybe you set it up where it's a 6-month and you have 2 VIP days. That's how you convert strategy sessions to VIP clients. Conversions made easy. This is one of my favorite coaches. She has a great page. It's never changed. She has such great copy and such clear message. It's a Skinny Little Secrets program. It's like, I think it's an 8 or 6 week program. She sells it for, I think, $827. I believe it's a 6-week program. Conversions happen when it's clear. You could lose weight, eat simple, delicious food, and have energy, and pursue the things you love. You can. That is conversion. So what works? Gateway, list building, multiple points to come in. The webinars, the events offline. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. I think that's the problem that I hear coaches who are pushing just online. Well, not everyone's set up to be an online coach, especially in the beginning. Nobody knew me in the beginning, like nobody. I was the only one liking my posts, and maybe my mother-in-law. Programs that can be used in multiple ways. Infuse them into your work with me. That's why when coaches buy VIP, I tell them, please infuse that into your work with me. That is what converts. Then craft a low-end program. Then have that signature program. Then maybe have a program that you infuse in a different way, or that you run, twice a month, but twice a year. Map out your year. That's what successful coaches do. Sometimes we can't get there yet because we haven't had enough experience. But what I see is that too often we don't dive in. We're spending too much time doing these different programs. And I even say, look, I have masterminds. But if we don't get into the do phase and start working it, we just keep going to different program to different program. So yes, your health coach fits. And this is the thing. You're not cookie cutter by buying a done for you program. I've had so many coaches say to me, how can I make it mine? Well, 1, you can change the covers. 2, that's why in most of our tutorials, we show you how to go into Canva and even make your own covers, or go into Fiverr, go into Upwork. I mean, geez, there's so many different great, virtual assistants in other countries that are so affordable to swap out covers. But also you make it your own, because I had a client, she's an amazing client. She bought it, she totally made it her own. She turned the detox into pretty much a whole raw program, made it fruit-based, made it her own. She actually launched pretty much at this time, and she is about to, hoping, hit 300. Our intention was 200, her first launch ever. Now, do most people do that? I wouldn't say. I'm not trying to say this is, which is why I don't feed that here, you're going to do this. Everyone's different. Everyone is different. But if you don't start somewhere, your business is going to pass you by. You have to be niche specific. And that is the biggest problem. This is why I 100% believe that coaches are not making money. They're not being niche specific, and they are not continuing to evolve that part when it's not working, or they're not taking action. They're sitting for 3 months or 4 or 5 working on the niche part, or Instagram or some other, part, or not publishing a Facebook business page because they don't want it to be wrong, instead of going for it. So this is what the detox looks like. This is the spring basic. I'm going to just keep it really simple. This niche, clean eating, detox. There's a reason, because a lot of people don't want to call it detox. That's why we take the time to go through every handout, every material and turn it into a clean eating program. It's the same program, it just has the word clean eating in it. And I would say, like, this is great for a coach that needs that basic program, doesn't need the extra, what I call business builder goodies. It is based on the allergy elimination. What I did different this season is that I added in pseudo grains and beans that are in season. I felt that it was really important to do. And if a coach wants to take it really deep with their client, they totally can. We still have that part of the program. There's a lot in Rockstar Detox. Please, right now, even as I'm talking, go to yourhealthcoachbiz.com and you can see the programs. This is a snapshot. I mean, Rockstar Detox, there's a reason we call it Rockstar. If you buy basic, still think you're a rock star. But I don't know one coach that doesn't need pre-marketing emails, social media, pictures of the actual photos, so that when you're marketing, you're showing that this is not about deprivation. You know, cleansing is not just about a physical thing. Although I would say spring, if we don't cleanse our body, so in Chinese medicine, what comes up? Liver, anger, gallbladder, resentment. We get tired. We get rashy. Our hair gets dry. We wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 1 to 3. Skin is a hot mess. We stink. We get babia. We get constipation. We get dried out. We need to cleanse our body in this world. We need to cleanse our mind. We need to stop. We need to step back. So you get these gorgeous flyers, you get all of these materials, extra handouts, PowerPoints, everything. I really encourage you to look at the sneak peek. A lot of coaches always say to me, what am I getting? I say, please, look at the sneak peek. I love Brenda. Brenda bought years ago from me, and I have tons of testimonials, some that don't even make it to the page. Some that I get to see in our closed forums. The detox program has its own private forum. I have a moderator who has been with me for years. She is amazing. She is a plethora of knowledge. She is jam-packed with information, and she has supported me for tons of seasons. And she is in there. And so not only do you get me, but you have your own forum. I love this because she made $7,000 in sales. You know, for a lot of coaches, they're making $0. So when I hear a coach go, which I just saw one, her name is Kim, and I just saw her say, wow, I'm getting one-on-one clients, it's opening up. Sometimes it opens up right away for a coach and they make a huge amount of money. And for another coach, it takes time. And all of a sudden, you know, they're getting one-on-one clients or they're getting exposure. And you know, it's like for Brenda, that is what worked. She shared that success and all of a sudden expanded her business. And this is what, you know, I see a lot of coaches have. We have a grain-free living program. This is ideal. We also have a basic and rockstar. So there are some programs I call are all-inclusive. Other programs, we have basic and rockstar. Grain-free living is one of them. Great for anyone who wants to run paleo, primal, grain-free. I see a lot of coaches who work with people autoimmune, hormonal issues, or like myself, who needed to have this be a part of their system. The recipes are phenomenal. You know, I'd say the recipes are phenomenal in all our programs. I love the recipes here. They are not vegetarian. So if anyone is asking, it's our goal, but they are not vegetarian. Easy Weight Loss is a great program, and it is just like how it sounds. It is a 7-day program, Easy Weight Loss, and there is a basic and a rockstar version. I created this, I would say, grain-free, great to approach gyms, CrossFit. I mean, and I can talk about referral partnerships and how to set up JV and everything. Even in Rockstar, there is that information in grain-free. And so Easy Weight Loss, moms groups, gyms, do-it-yourself programs, even the grain-free living, awesome for that. Here is our essential oil business builder. This is not specific to any essential oil brand. So you can brand this for your own. We create tons of materials. We have a brand new essential oil, what we call the builder. It has templates for like a Facebook event page. I mean, we wanted to have, this is the first time that we did this. We wanted to give you a template so you could use this like over and over. Opt-in freebies are amazing. And we have different classes. So if you actually go and look, you will see that each class is branded specifically. You have a PowerPoint that goes with an opt-in freebie, that goes with a social media image, that goes with a script. I mean, it is unbelievable. Images, everything. Why do we do this? And why do we go to this extreme with every program? Because you don't have the time to do it. We've mastered being able to be content deliverers. I mean, it is extensive and it takes a lot of time. I mean, every time I hire somebody, they go, how do you guys pump these out? So you can look at this right on the sales page. Again, that's why I do the different sneak peeks so you can see this. Here is Raw Lifestyle. This is a program where I wanted people to understand that it's not an all or nothing. Raw Lifestyle is about understanding the benefits of raw and living, but that it can also be raw till 4, which I pretty much am. And so I wanted to talk about the beauty of being raw, but that it doesn't have to be this black and white that we make it. So raw is also a great jumpstart program, great for somebody who is looking to teach and empower, and also can be a great tripwire and also a great summer program. I love those like easy non-committal programs for the summer. People always think people are away. Summer has always been the greatest time. People are like, I'm home, I have time to commit. Revitalize is an epic program. We just redesigned everything, all the covers. You will even see right here, this is what the covers look like right here, and the handouts. It is a clean eating program. I originally created it to be a 28-day program because I wanted my clients to have a 28-day program. I attract busy people like me. And the 4 ebooks are designed where there actually is a day-by-day homework. You know, it's like really remarkable. And it takes them through a system, like committing to change and food focus and putting themselves first. It was never intended to be a weight loss. And when I started to see coaches say, you know, my client needs a weight loss, I realized it needed a 2-week weight loss jumpstart. You can sell them separately, or you can combine them to be a 6-week program. The recipe guides in the 28-day, they are part of the 28-day, but the 2-week weight loss has a 14-day at a glance. And you will see that in the sneak peek. So you don't have to give the recipe guides. You could give just the 14-day at a glance and make it a low-cost program or a tripwire. The reason I put the weight loss, which is totally different from the easy weight loss, it's more kind of old school fitness based style, but still easy, really, really, really easy, is because a lot of people needed that jump start. And I was listening to coaches, and my goal has always been to hear from you guys. Many people know I will go into the forums and say, what program do you guys want? Because my goal has always been not to just selfishly write programs I needed, but to write programs you guys needed. It is vegetarian and omnivore, and this is one of our all-inclusive. So the business builders that you get for Revitalize are a part of the whole package. So it's really amazing, from the PowerPoints to the 39 blog posts to everything that you possibly need. And niche would be moms groups. You can do this. That could be even focusing on mindset. That could be gut health. I mean, I really looked at this even for people who are in fitness, because there's a whole exercise portion. Restore Your Gut Health, that was a lover of mine because it's an 8-week program. So we really talk about the system. You know, same thing with Revitalize. What is the system? You know, I always thought of Mark Hyman, like, get off that insulin resistance. Again, I'm not making a claim. I'm talking about just what he talked about. Like, for a lot of people, you know, we have that blood sugar kind of imbalance stuff, and we've got to kind of figure out how to get our body back into balance. And, you know, food does a lot, but we have to change our mindset. You know, we can be all crazy and food won't affect us, you know, as much as it could. So, just want to make sure. Okay. So Restore Your Gut Health is an 8-week long program. It's very similar as like Sugar Repair, a longer program, both omnivore and vegetarian options. And I'll back up, even Revitalize, the 2-week weight loss also has a vegan option. So that was really important for me to add that because I didn't see that anywhere. Lots of coaches were asking. It's a great program for you guys building online or offline. And when I say online, you can still have a component where you are doing like a Zoom call and you guys are all meeting and you're seeing each other. It really personalizes things. So even going in and doing Facebook Lives, you know, I just think when we have that face-to-face interaction, we really get to know somebody. And that to me is the connection part of the 4 C's. Gut health, cleansing, digestive wellness, you know, niche. So this is like one aspect. I couldn't fit everything on the page. We really go, I believe, above and beyond when it comes to like what we like to put. This is Sugar Repair. You will see this is what it looks like. You will see the handouts for the business builders. It is it's a 6-week program, and it's really based on the philosophy. All programs, I would say, are based on education. It's not about telling somebody, do this, do that. It's about educating. It's about empowering. I always felt disempowered with my health issues. And so my big thing is like, I'm giving you the power back. Here, you can do this. So you will see, like, here are pictures of the recipes. That's really important, I believe, in marketing. So I really encourage you, again, go and look at the sneak peek. You'll hear me talk about them. You'll see the 2 opt-in freebies right here. You'll see the PowerPoint. Everything is in Word. If somebody says, I can't download, then you don't have the current Word, and you can easily go to Online 365. But everything is in Word, or it's in PowerPoint, or it's a JPEG. This is the brand new 3-month mindset makeover. You will say, I love our covers. We wanted to make it really pop. So you will say, like, we did a little footer here. And these are the actual materials. And over here are the business builders. So let me just take some questions, some Q&As, and then I'm going to get to the chat box. Okay. Wow, lots of questions. Hold on. Okay, Kylie saying, will you have sneak peek on mindset on your website? It should be, and let me just is sneak peek for mindset on page. If it's not, yes, I do have it, and it should be. So I'm going to just say yes, want to email. So yes, Kylie, let me just make sure. So yes, Kylie, I was just confirmed by my webmaster that it is on our sneak peek page. Okay, do the planned work on an Indian diet tradition? If you can elaborate more on that, I would say, do you mean that it works on an Ayurvedic? Not necessarily, but I would say all of our programs, I've worked with people who are in Africa, Mexico, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and they do amend it. I typically will do in most of the meals, except 3-day mindset, because 3-month mindset. Finally, they've come out with some really good containers that make things warm. I hate the microwave. I haven't owned a microwave since, I would say, about 17 years ago. So most of the meals for most of the programs are cold in the afternoon. I tell people if that cold with the digestive stomach fire isn't good for them, then to have some ginger tea or to add some cayenne and some warming spices. So I would say that if you needed to amend them or to make an extra sheet with your tips and your tools, then I would really say that would be a great idea. Are the ingredients in the, Lisa saying, are the ingredients specific to the US only? No, they are not. They are not specific just to the US. How do we get the sneak peek website? The sneak peek should be on the drop down. So if the sneak peek, let me just say, it just is sneak. Okay. Let me just make sure. I'll just make sure that sneak peek is showing. So you provide and run, Bob is asking, so you provide and run the Facebook community with the programs. How does this work? I have a community. I actually have a community for the 3-month mindset makeover that will be run with one of the coach moderators. She has been with me and buying programs for years. Have had also massive success online and offline. She's also run retreats. Also, just to back up, the drop-down menu has the sneak peeks. So if you go to the drop-down menu, just make sure you're looking for sneak peek. And then the second part of that is in the forum, there is also another one for the detox, and because it's very specific, it's seasonal, there's a lot of questions. And then we have another forum for the rest of the programs and the opt-in freebies that are the business builders. So we go in there, I go in there daily, I go in there every morning. I have coach moderators in every forum, and we are here to support you. Okay. Okay. Kelly saying, I see the sneak peek. Perfect. Is Green Fee, is there a Rockstar and Basic? Yes, there is, Barbara. There is a Rockstar and Basic, and you just have to look on the page and you will see both. Annette, if you can just email me, I'd be more than happy to help you. Or if you want to email team. Melanie's asking, is the EO Business Builder branded to doTERRA? No, it is not branded to doTERRA or to Young Living or to any specific company, but it can be used for any specific company that you use and added with the different kits for you to close and be specific on the enrollment kits. So we make it so that at the end you can add different kits no matter what essential oil company you're with or whatever different company you're with, you know, that would even fit that would fit the essential oils. So it is not branded. We do that specifically. Maybe in the future we will go back to doing that as we did at one time. Okay, you found sneak peeks, but you can't find mindset. Okay, let me see about that. is there. Okay. Okay, Kylie, please just email me at team@rachelafeldman.com and we can help you. My webmaster is saying that it is there, so please check again. Thank you, Kylie. Okay, Erin, if you can email and just drop an email at the bottom or email team@rachelafeldman.com or just you can email directly at rachelfeldman1@mac.com and then I will CC you with my webmaster. And if you want to tell me what you're trying to buy, I will help you. Okay. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys. And thank you for all being patient. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of questions. Okay. And Erin, if you could tell me what product you're trying to buy, that would be great. Lilia, hi, my friend. Mindset includes, yes, food. It's actually 12 weeks. So I was going to get to this. It's actually 12 weeks, which is revolutionary. I don't see any other program out there, which is why we wanted to do it this way. It is 12 weeks of omnivore and 12 weeks of vegetarian suggested meals. We laid everything out. And my chef and I, we really went to town with this one. I am so excited. The food is really, the food is epic. It's really, really great. So yes, I'm really excited. Bob is saying, I just want to go back to what Bob was saying. Bob, my goal has always been, because I see a lot of people who sell done-for-you programs, and they're not, the coaches don't get the support. So anybody who knows there, who knows me, knows that I will go in there daily and answer questions. And it's not just me, but it's some other great coach moderators, as well as you'll see other coaches that have been in there for a while, just, you know, being awesome and answering, you know, just answering questions as well. Darvini, guys, Darvini's awesome. She's saying, I can't wait to get the new mindset program. Totally, totally love you. I'm so excited. So, okay, good. Okay, and you guys have to check out Darvini. She has these awesome, awesome videos. Okay, so Krista's saying, what client is mindset for? Like what niche? So when I think about mindset, I think about, you know, the person like me who's like, you know, I'm not corporate, but I'm busy. I'm running, you know, a business. I've got, you know, a family. I've got, you know, I'm trying to take care of everything. I'm trying to balance. And it's like, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're just like, oh my God, I can't do this all. So it's for, I think, that person who is struggling digestive issues, or they have an autoimmune. They, you know, they feel like they are like holding on just by the grips. And the reason I also created mindset is, for the longest time, I focused on the food. I focused on, you know, it was this, it was that. And in this last year, I made a huge shift with my life. And if anyone follows me on Facebook, it was like really obvious what was happening, where I knew that I needed to not that I needed to stop caring, I needed to let go. And not just like let go like from Shanti. I needed to truly let go of what people, of how I thought about, like what people thought about me. And I needed to let go of an old story. And I needed to let go of this idea that I had no time. And that was going to be what was going to shift my health. And so that focusing just on the food and just focusing on my health issues was an old story that wasn't working. And it wasn't that it wasn't important. It's that the mindset part of it was so fundamental. And when Ariana Huffington came out with like sleep, it's not that I don't love Gary Vaynerchuk. I mean, look, guys, I've got good things coming to those who hustle. But it was that I could hustle, and I could hustle strategically. And I could hustle with a clear plan. And I could teach this to other people. And I could teach this to coaches. And I could teach that you don't have to live in adrenal fatigue. And I could shut my computer at 4. And it changed my life. And so I wanted to have a program where I could teach this to other coaches, and where we could change people's lives. And so I knew that this had to be fundamental. And so I do believe in the cleanse, like spiritually and karmically and physically. And I do believe that like mindset has to be there, and I believe gut. And so for me, it's all of them. But if you don't change the mindset, so that's why mindset also encompasses like understanding parts of cleanse and understanding parts of digestion. But it's like, it has to start with that as well. So that's why, those who buy VIP, I didn't include mindset in it because, that might not be part of it. So mindset is for a very specific coach. And I also wanted to be able to provide a program for those who don't want to focus on the food, but we also know the food is important. And this is the other part, guys, is that a lot of coaches are not making money because what they're offering is not marketable. So the reason that I also made weight loss a part of my niche was that it brought people in the door. And for me, making money was important, just like I'm sure all of you. And so what I realized was vital, what was so important, is that mindset needed to have that part that also was the food, because you needed to have people who would come in the door also. So it could feed different people. Let me also get to the chat box because there is a lot of chatting going on. Okay. Yes. I'm hoping I'm saying your name because it's so beautiful. Shanak? Shan, so pretty. McCray, it's so pretty. Yes, detox is the only one. Okay, okay. Detox is the only one that is seasonal. Every other program is not. So yes, you are correct. If you are a past buyer, guys, please check your email. It either went to spam or you didn't open it, but it's there because the VIP, all that goodness was sent out. I promise it's there. So just let me get through the questions because I want to make sure I give my undivided attention to everyone. And every time I start writing, I'm not giving that. And I just want to make sure everyone gets what I need. Yes, I know, Lilia, you love mindset and you've always said that. So yes, mindset, sugar, and can be launchable all year, 100%. And I would say for all of you, this has always been important to me. Yes. Do I believe that every detox is different? 100%. But if you wanted to just buy, like, if you were thinking about buying the detoxes and only twice, spring and summer could be interchangeable, and fall and winter. But I would never do a spring detox in the fall. It's just, that's not the bounty that needs to be. Fall is about nourishing the lungs in preparation, and it's about warming foods going into the winter, because winter supports the adrenals and the bladder, and that's like, it's the drying season. It's dry, it's cold, and I even live in Florida, but we all go through that. It's windy, it's like, and so if you were thinking about buying 2 detoxes, the spring is really important. You could exchange that and work with that in summer and just change around, verbiage and stuff. But don't do that and put somebody, you know, and these all year detoxes that I see around, it's doing people a disservice, you know, which is why Anne Louise Gittleman and John Douillard, which is the seasonal detoxes are based on John Douillard's chart. My chef is always like, I can't believe you make me do this, but I believe this deep in my soul. And, you know, there are a reason that we eat certain foods at certain times. So Kim is saying using the gut and revitalize in a corporate environment and doing, yes. And I would also say in a corporate, like, I feel like, and I've said this with Niche, and we can talk about this more again, like tomorrow and the next day and the next day, is that if I went and pitched cleansed in corporate, I would talk about energy. I talk about high performance, you know, because that is what people in corporate environment want. I wouldn't go in there and be like, we're cleansing, you know, because we want to lose a little weight. That's not, you know, people, yes, want to lose weight in a corporate environment, but that's not, they're thinking like performance, energy, not hitting up, you know, I love Starbucks, but like not hitting up Starbucks 5 times a day. They don't want to be sitting at their computer like, you know, they want to be on, especially if they're doing like dog and pony shows, especially if they need to be in front of clients. They don't want bags under their eyes. They want to like have clear skin. I mean, they want to be presentable. So, you know, really think about who are you speaking to? If you are not a past buyer, guys, please wait, replay will go out as soon as we get off. I promise. If you're a past buyer, please check your email. Oh, Julie, I'm so excited. And yes, if, you know, I just want to recap, when you buy Mindset, there's also 2 masterclasses. I go over specifically different ways. This can be, and any of the programs, guys, you can have a 3-month program leading to like a live retreat. You can even do the cleanse. I've had so many coaches who do the cleanse. Actually, one of my coach moderators does the cleanse, and she does it as like a live retreat weekend. It's really, really cool. Hi, Nada. It's one of my amazing. Hi, Tanya. Looking forward. Okay, Sandy saying, did I explain the mindset? Yes, I think. What time is it? So I think I just explained it a few minutes ago. Rebecca saying, so is the Mindset and VIP 2 different programs? Yes. What I did is I really this season looked strategically. Now I will also mention this, guys, there are many of you, and this is the first season I'm doing this. Yes, I really thought a lot about you guys. There may be many of you who are looking at VIP and saying, I don't need that program. I don't need that program. I want this program. I will sit with you, and if you say, you know what, I need this program and it equals this VIP amount, I will sit with you and create a VIP package. So if you're sitting there and saying like, I mean, Mindset is sold just separately, you know, but if you need different programs, if you're like, you know what, I need raw and I need the detox and I want grain-free in there, you know, I will sit with you 100% and do that. So by all means, you know, just hit me up on the VIP page. You can schedule a session with me if you feel like you need to take advantage of that immediately. Like my family, my babies, everyone knows that they'll get mama time, they'll get snuggle time. But I'm here for you guys to do all of that. And yes, I will apply the same VIP discount. So no, Mindset is not in the VIP. So if you're buying VIP and you're taking advantage of the, you know, one of the VIP, I don't call it discount, I call it like rockstar advantages, then I would apply that to the Mindset makeover. Oh, I love this name, Krishnanda. Very gorgeous name. Was it that revitalized? Yes, daily homework. Actually, let me just backtrack. Great, great question. I put daily homework in sugar repair as well. I like homework. I like homework for clients. And I also think as coaches, especially if we're doing one-on-one programs, it also creates a great system for us. So it's like, hey, did you do your homework? Okay, great. So there is homework in gut. There is homework in sugar. Revitalize takes you, though, day by day. So if that really calls to you, I look at the sneak peek. There are autoresponders for all our programs. And if you choose to do them in the autoresponder, you can. If you choose them to do it like where you're just sending it, in an email, you can. If you choose to do it in a membership site, you can do it that way as well. But if you want to give an email support, you can. It's really endless, but we provide that for you. Okay. Okay, Sharon was saying, Rachel, can you speak to duplicate content regarding Google searches and affect duplicate content? Sharon, if you can pop that in the Q&A, only because what's nice about the Q&A, guys, I will just let you know right now, is that the Q&A allows me to answer the question and close it instead of, and then I can close that. I see mindset. Yes, it's in the drop down. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. You're so awesome. Okay. Okay. Yes, where the drop down menu, we have so many programs that the drop down menu, we might need to amend the drop down menu. Hold on. Okay, let me see. So yes, there is a drop down, guys. Let me just see. Okay. Okay, Rose. Yes. So about Launch School, great that you asked. Launch School is going to be happening again. It's happening all year, but we are officially doing a live kickoff, like an official live kickoff. You can buy Launch School, and we will be getting down to business again. I do office hours every Friday at 12:30, like regardless. And we just added a brand new pre-launch book, because I find that many coaches get like too excited and they launch too early. So Launch School is going to be happening again. All of the webinars are pre-recorded, and Launch School is available. So if you have questions about Launch School, by all means, just feel free to email me at team@rachelafeldman.com, and I will be able, or just drop an email, drop a question on the page as well. Okay. Does it detox? Yes. They include, Lico, they do include emotional tools. They don't include as many as I did in the past, because I just felt like I was requiring people to do so much. And that's where I think people get overwhelmed. I think when we give people a lot of things to do, it gets them overwhelmed. So there are emotional tools like breathing and stuff like that. But before, I had like 1 minute meditation, and then I had coloring, and then I had this. And I think it just gets overwhelming for people. So I'm more than happy to show them in the forum. I'm more than happy to make some more suggestions, or even, but I think that a lot of people just were like, oh, because I'd be like, do the 1 minute breathing, do this. If that is something you want to add in, it's real easy to add in. You drop it into the TOC table. You add in what is your favorite. For me, I love putting my clients on 1 minute meditation. I love putting people on like having to make a vision board, which is a big thing that I adhere to every day, and affirmations. So But if you have any questions, I can look at the program. It's just been a long day. So yes. Yes, Tara, and I can definitely go into more about the launch goal. The launch goal is you get an enormous amount of materials that set you up for launching. I really believe that looking and planning, not just your 90-day, but your whole year, looking at really what materials you have, looking at how they can, how you can launch in your niche, and how that's going to affect, you know, your online or offline launch. We take you through a 6-week process that is fundamental to a successful launch. And so there are a plethora of materials that are in the launch school that we, like I said, strategically put together, ebooks, videos, tech tutorials that go way beyond any of the programs that we put out there in the tech tutorials. Janice, I'm so excited that you are going to be joining. And yes, if anyone has questions about the launch school, we will be, even though you can buy it tonight, but we will be officially kicking off with a in detail live whole kickoff, which I'm really excited about. And so information will be going out about that. I just didn't want to confuse everyone tonight with too much. Okay. Okay, what's the difference between the little black dress opt-in and the easy weight loss? Laura, the little black dress opt-in is just really an opt-in. It's not a comprehensive guide. If you look at even the sneak peek, it just has like 7 days and it just has some yummy recipes. It's really intended. Some people sell it for $5, $7. Some people do it as an $11, but it's not a comprehensive program. Just a little fun thing to do. Would you position the freebie as a prep for detox? You can totally position a freebie as a prep for detox, or funnel it into the detox. Like, hey, you know, I'm doing this one, you know, freebie, and I'm going to funnel you into the detox. I mean, a lot of people do that. They lead people from a challenge. I have one coach right now is 100 people in a challenge, and she's leading them into a detox. I mean, not into a program. So yeah, 100%. Tasha, I love that thinking. Easy weight loss, sugar repair, and mindset. I think that is a great flow of a signature system. And mindset is your one-on-one. So you're really thinking funnel, opt-in freebie, then you're thinking low-end program. And there are going to be some people that go into your program, and there are going to be some people that go into your one-on-one. So you can do live streams into a group, leading them to your one-on-one. All different options like that. Would you lose, Darlene saying, would you use Black Dress Challenge into Revitalize? I think any of the challenges, whether it's 5-day clean eating, Black Dress, anything, challenges are challenges. They're about engagement. And how you run your challenge has everything to do with whether you have great engagement and you make it fun, and maybe you have a little prize, and you make it engaging. I mean, that's what has people either fall in love with you and want to hire you or not. So I think leading it into Revitalize, or leading it into, you know, a 6-week Revitalize, like maybe the weight loss. But yeah, I mean, I think I would set your launch date, and maybe some people won't want to do the challenge, but they'll want to do the program with you. Okay, let me try to get through some of these. Yes, the prices are US dollars. Is there a specific date or month that you would do this spring detox in? Hold on, Rachel, can you speak duplicate content regarding, I'm not sure if I understand this. Can you speak affect content modab? I'm not sure if I understand that. You might have to send me that email to team at rachelafeldman.com. As far as the funnel, would you offer a freebie and then do the detox? I would do any freebie. I think that list building is essential. Leading into any program, or just list building and have the funnel leading to either a strategy session with you or your program. Are there specific dates that I would launch a program for the spring or the summer detox? I always like to look, and this is what we talked about in the launch school, I always like to look at holidays. I always like to look at what is the psychology of people and what is trending in the world. So I like to look at Easter and not, of course, have a detox running then, maybe end of April, Mother's Day. So maybe you do right after Mother's Day. And then, you know, in the summer, you don't go into summer solstice until, you know, June 21st, 22nd. So I wouldn't even launch, you know, I wouldn't even launch a program for the summer until then. Oops, hold on. So I would really look at your dates, and that's a big thing of what we talked about in the launch school. Would you recommend doing the detox before the gut? I think, you know, this is different for people. I think everyone needs a cleanse. I think people are congested. I think that the liver's congested, but some people like to do the gut and then a cleanse. Some people like to do, so it's really different for everyone. Are my programs used by people across the internet? A lot of people rename their program, Sharon. So there's not really a cross of SEO because they're naming it different. Just like if everyone had the same YouTube video, they're going to rename it different with their name. So it's not really a search engine optimization. I don't see a lot of people use the same name. So to be clear, is the mindset program that details with all the mindset throughout the 3 months and doesn't include a diet. The mindset is not weight loss diet. It includes a clean eating program. And Launch School is completely separate than just our Facebook community. Launch School has a set curriculum that is about launching, that has videos that I created and strategic steps that you take for launching, as well as modules and tech tutorials, as well as an extra opt-in freebie. And if you look at the sales page for Launch School, it is very different than the Healthy Hustle group. We created this to be solely about launching and not just about building your business in general. So if you have questions about that, I will be going over Launch School. I just didn't want to like confuse everything and put them all in, but we will be going over Launch School very, very soon. You can definitely buy it, or if you have questions, feel free to contact me directly. Someone saying, I just purchased the essential oil program last week and it states winter. Is there a huge difference? No, it's not that there's a huge difference. We change the materials. So it's not that there is a difference. We just have all different materials come winter, spring, summer, fall, everything. So if you purchased it last week, still have awesome materials, and they are not season specific. How would you combine? You could take the weight loss program, Tammy, and then you could move them right into mindset. And I think that would be a really nice way to move people in that way. If I plan to attend Launch School, then should I wait on committing to other programs you offer? Launch School is not set up for people to create a program. That usually takes people anywhere from 3 months to sometimes even 9 months, depending on their vision and how to create. So if you are interested in Launch School, I would suggest either jumping on a phone call tomorrow, the next day, or the one after, looking at which program is for your niche, and then setting the stage to go through launch school with that program to launch online or offline. Is this an annual contract? No, Bob. You pay for the program, you own that only. So you're not paying an annual contract. You then own the rights to that program. You don't share it with another coach. If you want to, if another coach contacts you, we do have an affiliate system, and I pay 15% to coaches. And you don't pay as you use them. They are yours. I know, it's pretty crazy. So getting the opt-in and Rockstar, I have to jump off the webinar and go to a meeting. Okay. Yes. What about the oil biller? I just bought it last week and noticed it says winter. Just like I said before, it's only that was just our winter version. Okay, let me see. Let me just make sure. We will make sure launch school is there. And Tara, if you have any questions, please email me directly. You have my email. I've checked the email and haven't received. Oh, Sonia, please email me. When will the phone call be recording? How do I sign up and get on it? Sandy, let me just answer to everyone. So let me just chat to everyone right here. So you can email me at team@Rachel A. Feldman. We will have launch school. We will have, that is my email. If you have any questions about the launch school, yes, it can feel very overwhelming, and trust me, that is why I put all this together. So Julie, feel free to reach out to me and get on the phone call tomorrow if you have any questions. Is the mindset makeover regarding the mindset? Yeah, so the mindset makeover, as I said, is a clean eating program. Sonia, the programs, they are not digital only. They are on Word document, and you can give them directly to your clients and print them out. Yep, Kylie, we did everything. We wanted to have an entire program, and every program that I ever put out will always have recipes, unless it's just, I feel like, a program that maybe doesn't need it. If you purchased Revitalize and Sugar Repair, will I need to purchase it? And again, nope, you don't have to purchase it again. I didn't see a link. Can you share the link? Oops, again. Yes, I will be sending out the replay very soon. Would you recommend Mindset as a do-it? I would recommend Mindset as a group coaching 3-month, or as a VIP program. I wouldn't recommend it as a do-it-yourself. You can do it online or offline. But I wouldn't recommend it as a do-it-yourself. Is there any more to your presentation tonight, or are you just doing a live Q&A? I mean, oh, this is really it. So for the first 250 buyers, you get these bonus offers. We have everything from gift certificates to pictures. I have my good friend Sean. We did an interview together. You get also a legal checklist. I'm doing a bonus masterclass for everyone. And you have to be the first 250 buyers to get this. So yes, if you want to hop off, I will be sending out the replay very soon, I promise. And yes, I will end this with a Q&A, and it shouldn't be much longer. Laura's asking, what programs would I recommend for do-it-yourself? Detox, raw, grain-free, any of those shorter ones that I talked about before. Okay. Okay. Let me just go through and just see in the chat box. Okay, let me just go in the chat so I can just make sure. Okay, I'm going to jump off. Hold on, jump off here so that I can get. Don saying, does grain-free differ from last summer? And the answer is no. I'm going to jump off here, guys. What I'm going to do is end this for everyone. I am going to take this into my free support forum. I'm going to go live in there. So if you have any questions, we can also continue this tonight. I want to make sure that everyone who is waiting to get what they need gets it. If there are any questions, just make sure that you reach out to team@rachelafeldman.com about launch school, about anything. We are gonna get this going, okay? So like I said, if you are not in my free support forum, I will make sure that I put that on my Facebook page or put that on my business page, and we can continue the questions in there. Thank you so much. Everything can be found. You can see it right here. Oops. You can see it right here at yourhealthcoachbiz.com. Payment plans offered. First 250 buyers get these bonuses, and we are doing our calls tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. If you have not signed up for those, do not do yourself a disservice. I'm going to be doing hot seats. I'm going to answer your questions, but let me get off this because a lot of you guys are waiting for some really good stuff. All right. Peace out to all of you. Thanks for being here. I love all of you. Let's rock this nation. They need us, and there are a lot of people who need to get healthy, and it depends on you guys. All right, guys, have an amazing, amazing night. I will talk to you all. And this, again, is Rachel Feldman. I'll talk to you soon. To all of you. Bye, guys.